As the prophet of esports, I rely on trustworthy and meaningful data every day. Data from our research partner, YouGov, offers the most complete view of esports fans and gamers in the world, providing context to who they are, what they think, the brands they buy, and things they do. YouGov's connected insights and research services inform strategy at every level. If you're a team, a brand, agency, or rights holder, you should be talking with YouGov. Their partners measure and maximize ROI and are telling compelling stories with data. Visit yougov.com/gaming-esports to learn more. I have a story here from Complexity Gaming, and it's a friend of the podcast, Clinton Sparks, who got me onto this story, asked for my take on LinkedIn, which I haven't put up yet, so because I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want to consolidate all of your smart thinking and then put it up on LinkedIn as mine.
In your words,
but it's an interesting story, and the headline here is Complexity Gaming, a GameSquare company, launches Complexity Stars, the world's first gaming division for celebrities and professional athletes. So basically what they're doing is they're bringing together gaming, esports, professional athletes, and celebrities. I'm trying to figure out, I really hate their press release because it doesn't describe it very well, but they're taking people who are stars in other sports, right? Who are not gaming or esports stars, and trying to give them a platform, participate in tournaments, help them with content creation, help them with brand partnerships, sort of like a glorified talent agency in my mind, but for call it mainstream entertainment celebrities and mainstream sports, meet sports kind of stars. What do you guys think of this initiative?
I'll let Jimmy go first.
Yeah, Jimmy, curious what you think here.
I got to navigate it carefully because I know why Clinton asked for your take on this, and I know a lot about kind of how some people are approaching this. There's a lot of stars, there's a lot of traditional entertainment properties that play games and that are constantly looking to leverage their brands and their personalities in this space and to monetize it. No one really knows how to do it. It's kind of just like this hot topic that everyone knows they should be looking at and talking about or looking into. But, if you're a tier one celebrity, you have a team of people. So you say, hey, go to, this guy, go figure out how to get my brand in this space and what to do. And then that person has to educate themselves, network, find the right people. So the need is definitely there is what I'm trying to say. There's interest from all of these properties and there's a need there. You have a brand as big as Complexity that's saying, come to us, we're going to do this for you. You're an athlete and bless you, Lindsay. You're an athlete and you want to be here, or you're a star, a celebrity with a brand, and you want to be here and you don't know how to do it. Like, we're going to take a little bit the way you're accustomed to with your lawyer and your manager and your talent rep and all these other people that take their 5-10%. And we're going to do that only with regard to your gaming brand, as opposed to the entire pie, which a lot of these other guys do. And we're going to give you all the assets and resources that you're looking for. Again, it's definitely needed. And it's what I spent a lot of time doing was finding the right people to plug in these celebrities, these entertainment properties, and where to put them. There's a vetting process there. I mean, there's a lot of value, honestly, that something like this offers. And pairing, like I said, with a Complexity type brand name is also really valuable because it's like going to be the WME of this space, honestly. So what I think is not whether or not this is a good idea. It's going to be, the truth is how many more of these are we going to see pop up in the next year, where you have teams like Gen G, right, that are like, hey, we're launching a collegiate advising vertical, right? And now you have teams like Complexity that are launching this talent management or this celebrity, what have you, kind of press release and vertical. So, they're all trying to find different ways, I suppose, to say, we are an authority in the space. We are gaming. And if you want to be in gaming, come to us, and we'll, whether you're a college, whether you're an athlete, whatever it is, for which, whichever of these companies we're talking about. I think it's just going to become more and more common, honestly, and this is going to be like another vertical for all of these esports teams and orgs, where you saw it first with the concerts, you saw it now with celebrity investors, and then celebrity gamers, and this is really just the next iteration of that, I think. So I'm really interested by it. I think it's going to be big, and I'm sure they're going to have some huge names on that first roster.
So Jimmy, I don't disagree with. I don't disagree with literally a single word you said. But am I the only one scratching my head that like this isn't new? Like why? Like haven't like plenty of other esports teams or orgs signed pro players? Like is it new because they're calling it a new vertical and saying like it's its own entity? Yes. I'm just like I feel like this is a strategy that is a good one, but is not remotely revolutionary like in any sort of capacity. Not to take anything away from them. Like I think it's a good idea. I'm just confused when they're calling it like they're the first people ever to think to like sign like an athlete.
Is it a good idea though? Is it really? I'm not convinced. Like, look, we've seen YouGov data showing not that much overlap between traditional sports and esports. We've seen YouGov data showing vastly different age demographics.
In terms of audience you're talking about.
In terms of audience, right? I read this headline. It says J.R. Smith, Alicia Gray, Max Holloway, Sean O'Malley, Megan Anderson, Leonard Fournette, Ronnie Stanley, and Edwin Rios joined Complexity Stars. I don't know a single one of these people, and I'm sure I'm in the minority there, but I don't know not one of them, not one. And I just feel like the gaming audience would rather watch XQC than watch Max Holloway, right? Like there's a certain, yes, they have audiences. Yes, they have social media following. People will come and watch them play games. But I always think these traditional sports stars and celebrities who come to play games there's always going to be a ceiling, right? Like there's only so many people who care to watch Max Holloway play Fortnite at like an average level. You know what I mean? Like it's just not that exciting as content goes. And I feel like it's overhyped and there's so much emphasis put on their followings that we miss the fact of, is this really good entertainment? Because I've watched some of these guys on Twitch and women, right? And I find a lot of their streams exceedingly boring. Like many of them are just not good entertainers. Just because they can throw a football doesn't make them entertaining to me. And so I question, is this a good idea at all? And I come to the answer of no, it's not. It's not. It's just not. This is like, again, this is like the most basic thinking. It's like, wow, they have 1 million followers. Let's put them in front of a screen. I get it. Short-term impact, short-term sort of spike in viewership. Long-term, I don't see this as a trend. I don't see this as something that's going to be a big segment of the market. Like,
Paul, I think it's a great point. What I would say, I guess, would be a lot of the devil is in the details, because I think what you are saying could very well be a big risk and a big concern, and could be how this plays out. But if this is them, doing it on a rev share basis, and they're putting up some, amount of capital because they're gonna have to create this infrastructure, but it's largely infrastructure that they already have from dealing with other influencers, and they're kind of just taking that blueprint and putting it to different people. I think that if it's that, it's a decent shot on goal where some of these people might, because we're saying some of them might not be good, but some of them might be good, and their audience might come over. But if they're giving these people guarantees, then I agree, it could turn out to be a complete disaster.